Some guy keeps drawing me Sneako comments and emailing it to me. They're pretty funny.
I saw a couple of those. They were pretty funny.
And he got pretty mad.
He's a smart young man. He's just a little confused.
He is smart. He is confused. But I mean, like, smart people could fall for cults, so that's where he's at. Rip.
It does make me curious because I've seen a couple of his older videos, even where he's like a little kid playing Call of Duty, and it's like, wow, this kid has a stunning amount of insight into like the human psyche and like the human experience, and like I wouldn't expect this from a little kid. And now I listen to him and it's like, wow, this guy is just boilerplate internet personality selling the idea, 101. Like, what happened?
He probably has I think he just has like a mindset. Here's something that I noticed. This is gonna sound mean, and actually I don't give a him. I actually don't care about Sneako anymore, so him. He can think it's mean. I think that Sneako's problem is Sneako, he wants to present himself as like a very alpha type character, but I think he's actually like a really good follower or submissive type character. I don't know if you've noticed this, but any problem that I've had with him personally, and when you watch him, what Sneako is always doing is he's always looking to the top man in the room, and then he's becoming a clone, essentially, of that person. If you look at a lot of the issues that I've had with Sneako, it's usually been him cloning himself off of the top man in the room and then echoing whatever that guy says about me. So when Sneako was in the room with Muslim people, talking about how important their religion was, he was echoing attacks against me about like making fun of Islam. When Sneako was in the room with Zerka making fun of my kid in his car the day before, the next day Sneako is making fun of me and my son because he's looking to Zerka for guidance. He did the same with Patrice O'Neill when it came to trying the open relationship stuff. He looked at Patrice, he copied him, and he did it. He did the same with Fresh and Fit when it came to like getting initially into the red pill stuff and copying their relationship styles. He looks to them for that. I think that he has kind of like a very follower mindset. And if there's no horrible corrupting influences in his life, it's good. But if there's somebody around him that really wants to turn him or convert him, he's very attracted to like ideologies or cult-like people. I think he would follow them to the end of the earth. Yeah.
How much of that do you think is intentional, and how much do you think is like subconscious?
I don't like the word subconscious. I don't think it's intentional. I think people just have like different personality styles, basically.
Mm.
Or are you suggesting, Mindwaves, that he's doing this for audience capture or something like that, and that secretly he's like, I don't agree with this guy, but I'm just going to get their audience or something like that?
Well, yeah, I'm wondering how much of it is strategic, right? To just like yes man
No, I don't think any of it is like, I don't think he does it for clout or strategic reasons. I think he genuinely will look up to, if there's a man in a room that he respects, he'll look up to that person and begin to emulate them very quickly. Yeah.
You think there's some psychoanalytic reasons that he like wants acceptance and...
It's probably relatively normal for a lot of people, I would imagine. I just see it more with him than anybody else. The funniest part where you can see this, I noticed this, somebody pointed this out in a comment, I noticed this, is that Sneako tries very hard like to hold frame and not even laugh sometimes in podcasts. I misheard somebody when they made a Weinstein joke, and then I made like an Epstein joke, and for some reason everybody started laughing, and you could see that Sneako wanted to, but he held himself and didn't do it. And like I can only think that he's thinking that like laughing is kind of like beta, so he needs to like hold frame. But it's like, at that point, we're at like such ridiculous caricatures of masculinity that it's like, Jesus, yeah. But I think he's just doing it because that's, yeah.
Okay, there's another topic I've been meaning to talk to you about. Because listen, I was your greatest enabler, and I don't know what happened. So, like, I thought the idea was, you know what, I can make friends with these people that are totally unpredictable and dynamic, and this is just the spice of life for me because I can deal with the fallout, and it usually works out. Wait, you or me, or I was your greatest enabler in having friends that were volatile and. Because I thought the idea was, you know what, I can make friends with these people, and I actually prefer to because they make the spice of life for me. They're very different. It makes for a dynamic life experience, and usually I benefit during the fallout, and it's fun and interesting for me. But then Brittany Simon happened, and then it seemed like all that
Brittany
stuff.
Simon wasn't. I legitimately didn't think that she would get that would happen that way. That was not a planned thing.
Whether or not you thought it would happen, did it make all the prior stuff untrue, or did it demonstrate that it was untrue?
What do you mean?
That it was all fun, like even if it turned out that way.
No, I mean like overall, I'm glad I met her. I had fun chatting with her and I had fun doing everything. I just didn't anticipate that relationship getting so sour.
I thought that this was the idea behind, letting Zerka back in over and over. It's like, you know what, this person, I don't expect that they're going to bring good things to me, but the fallout from them like schizoing out is usually going to be good for me anyway, and at the very least fun and interesting.
Yeah, as long as my expectations are adjusted accordingly. Like I'll never trust Zerka again, and I know he's probably going to shit at me constantly. But like if Q is here and he wants to drag Zerka in for memes or whatever, I could probably meme out for a little bit. But like obviously I'm not like I'm never going to view him as a friend. I'm never going to trust him with anything, right?
I mean, I feel like that was the prevailing thought going forward even 2 or 3 years ago, but you have gifted him this new platform, right? Like you did help him out. You did a lot. You extended yourself quite a bit to help him reach new heights.
Who, Zerka?
Yeah.
True,
like
but it was all of it
past.
was also like super mutually beneficial to me as well, right? Like even though I did help Zerka a lot, I wasn't like putting myself out for him, right? Like it was all still like I was having fun, he was having fun, like the content was good for both of us, you know?
Okay. If I take you at your word there, like it seems like he was, I don't know. I feel like if I recall some of the ways that you were interacting with or responding to clips of him saying things, that it was upsetting you, or was that just like a short-term, negative
Well, no,
response?
I legitimately hated him after the anime. Like we took like, but I think we took like a year break from each other after that. Yeah. Because I think that was kind of.
I see. It seems like, well, I guess it seemed in retrospect that the Max and specifically Max and Brittany, the way that affected you was like more serious than I think I would have predicted. I expected that you would have just been like, well, there's another one, throw another, couple names in the hat.
For what?
People
Wait, I
have-
don't understand the sentence you just said. Wait, say that again.
So after your response to Max and Brittany, I would have expected that you would have just been like, well, toss another couple names in the hat of people who have done this exact thing to me.
Wait, what is this? Who's tossing the names in the hat, or what do you?
You are tossing the names of Max and Brittany into the hat of people who have befriended you and then turned on you.
Yeah.
But it seemed that your response was more than that. It
To
seemed
who?
like you were to both of those. Like your response or your your general mood or demeanor.
Oh well, yeah. For Brittany, I didn't expect Brittany's. I didn't expect that relationship to go that sour. Number one, and I didn't. Brittany. Oh, and for Max, that was a mistake that I made. Was like projecting. Like I think I treat people like they're very rational actors sometimes. I think sometimes to a detriment. And Max is probably one of the most. I say irrational, but he's not really irrational. It's just the value that he's maximizing for revolves around his narcissism, not his career. And I didn't know somebody would. I didn't legitimately think somebody would like tie a rope around me and jump off a cliff to try to like take me down. I haven't like encountered somebody like that before. Usually people are doing it for like social cohesion in another group or because they've got something big to gain career-wise. Like somebody might turn on me because they're part, like Sneako, for instance. It's easy to understand why he would turn a shit on me. Like I said before, like, oh, he's friends with like lots of people that hate me. That makes sense why he would. And he doesn't have like a strong enough mind to stand on his own. But like Max isn't getting any social reinforcement from the outside. He's not getting any career reinforcement or monetary reinforcement for attacking me.
I think he expected to, though.
Maybe.
I think that's
don't know.
part of his game, right? Like, come on.
No,
you didn't
actually,
expect
no,
I'm a woman guy
I think
to jump
that
off a cliff.
if he did, I think he would have played way more nicely with all the people that he did interviews with. But he didn't. He was combative towards every single person. And he's smart enough and he's good enough at being manipulative, maybe unintentionally, that if he wanted to, he could have made nice with all those people. But he didn't. Max would have
maybe-
been welcomed right at home, potentially, with a lot of my haters, if he would have angled himself a little bit more carefully.
I think you can reserve some doubt that he thought that that might be a winning strategy going forward, that he could distinguish himself from all the, yes men people, whatever. This is the person who does know the truth. And, the way that he, I don't know, like his sort of like, I think his cult-like sensibilities lend to that he is like the guy who's different and he's going to demonstrate that in each and every single conversation or something like that, right? Like, what is it
Maybe.
that they used to say about like Twitch content and debate content is that you set yourself apart through contentious, fiery debates or whatever. Like if it's just hand-holdy agreeing all the time, then nobody's going to watch it. It's not going to stand out in the algorithm. You need like breakout performances where you have a stark contrast from your interlocutor. But yeah, like whether that's really him, no. At this point, I don't think it is. But you're right.
Yeah.
But it would have been a prediction I would have made. Like maybe it seems like that's this guy's angle, like through all of his content. But and I this probably plays a part of it. But sure, we can get off this topic.
I appreciate that, Destiny.
All right. Bye.
Remember to hit that like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so that my videos show up right in your feed.